Andrew Dyer, and welcome to another edition of the Roundball Report, the only show in the area dedicated to highlighting the excellence of the high school, college, and professional basketball teams which play in the Washington metropolitan area. And here with me again is my co-host, the head coach of Capital Christian Academy Girls, and you'll find out why I say girls in a moment, the one and only Nikki Lewis.
Yes, happy to be back.
And Nikki, you've been busy.
Very.
Putting your team together.
Yes.
From the ashes, so to speak.
Yes.
And but when people see Coach Nikki Lewis on the sideline, they get some get backs from the Riverdale Baptist days, at least for the initial phase.
Yes, they do. I always get the, when did you leave Riverdale? Oh no, she's over here now. So I do get a lot of that, and I'm happy to have done 5 years at Riverdale Baptist, and I'm currently putting all that tutelage to use now with building a team at Capital Christian Academy.
And speaking of which, you can introduce our first guest who you're familiar with.
Yes, we have the boys head coach of Capital Christian Academy men's team, Dr. Whitfield. Welcome, or coach. Do you want me to say coach, or want me to leave the doctor part off?
Coach is fine.
Coach Whitfield, I'm sorry, is joining us today to talk about the boys side of the school.
Well, thanks for clarifying that, because you said men's team
yes,
first,
I'm sorry.
and I was
said
wondering what I had to do with that.
The boys side of basketball at Capital Christian. So tell us how the season is going thus far.
We're off to a 3-0 start. Have played some really solid teams, but this is perhaps the strongest team we've fielded, and we have fielded some pretty good basketball teams in the past. We have one of the top freshmen in the area. In fact, he won the MVP at the DMVElite.com freshman showcase. We have outstanding sophomores. We've won a number of top events, played maybe the equivalent of 2 basketball seasons in Fall League. So the guys hit the floor running, ready, and prepared to really represent our school in a very high fashion.
And Van, you've been doing this for the past several years at various schools. This is your second year at Capital Christian?
Yes, it is.
And now, how does it help you being the athletic director as well and trying to lay the foundation of all the things you learned before to try to take it to that next step?
Being the athletic director means I don't have to deal with crazy coaches like myself. But we're fortunate. We have an outstanding football program. Mm-hmm. First year, they were undefeated. This year, they were, I want to say, 11-2. Mm-hmm. So they've literally lost 2 games in 2 years. Wow. Have knocked off some traditional powerhouses in the process. Like in Oxon Hill this season, last year, Friendly, Archbishop Carroll from the WCAC last year. Our girls basketball team last year finished 3rd in the nation. With Coach Nikki here, we're looking forward to big things and to continuing the success that they've created. And the boys team this year, I believe, will be one of the top, if not the top teams in the area.
Now, you mentioned your freshmen, you said, but you got a lot of seniors you wanted to show some love tonight, so give some recognition out to them.
I wanted to showcase our seniors because they achieved an amazing feat. The entire team made the first quarter academic honor roll, which is really, it was one of our season goals. Our seniors had, I think, 3 young men who had GPAs of above 4.0, which really speaks to where they are, and that all of their SAT scores, at least those 3 young men, are above the national average of 1,500. Awesome. So they've made themselves very recruitable. That includes Jordan Burgess, a shooting guard who has above a 4.0, Elijah Davis, a guard from New York, who also had above a 4.0 and really lobbied hard in the last weeks, as any good student athlete would do. Emmanuel Johnson, who just finished below a 4.0, who came to us from John Carroll High School. Teron Crenshaw, who had a 3.58. Wow, who am I leaving out? You never want to leave out anyone. Malik Norfleet, who was our starting point guard and a two-sport star, who in one day played a fall league game where we had a big win over at Riverdale Baptist, ran off the court, ran to the football field, scored a touchdown, and led our football team to a come-from-behind win against a really good program.
That's awesome.
So with the academics being so high, I know on the girls' side we have talked extensively about GPAs, core averages, and what you need to do in the classroom to be an excellent student athlete so we can get you recruited. Do you find that you do that a lot with your kids, especially with their GPAs being above the 3.0? Did you set the standard, or did the team themselves get together and set that standard?
Leadership starts at the top, and that's in any organization. And with our team in particular this year, it was a meeting, it was a goal set. The team took it so seriously. And if you come to our school in any given afternoon, before they practice, there's mandatory study hall.
Yes.
A lot of schools talk about it. We actually do it.
Right.
And they took it very seriously, and I'm so proud of the fact that they understand how their academic and scholastic achievement is so tied to their recruitability as a student athlete.
Yes.
Now, of course, man, you talked about your seniors. Talk about your coaching staff that are helping you make this thing happen.
Have a great coaching staff. Bill Wright has been our trainer for years and years. We've actually had the luxury of training in a college court, and it's helped us establish transition game, running game, and even set up college-like sets. Dr. Will Purcell is our lead assistant. He's been with me since I started in AAU back when you and I first met, Coach Dyer. Leslie Williams came to us. He was an assistant coach at one of the leading, now defunct AAU organizations.
Okay.
And it's funny that for all of the talent we have, it's 3 coaches who manage, who keep the guys together, who kind of set the standard for what it's like to be a high school basketball player at Capital Christian.
Now, as the athletic director, one of the things that Nikki was dealing with trying to start her program was the reputations put out there that you guys weren't certified with the college court. Can you clear that up?
Well, I appreciate that. I don't know what there is to clear up. It's very easy to go to the NCAA website. The schools our size on average have maybe 20 classes in the clearinghouse, which is you only need 16 to qualify. We have 46.
Wow.
In our first year, we had 20, like everyone else. Over the summer, we beefed up and we added 26 additional classes. In addition to that, starting in 10th grade at our school, every student has to take at least one advanced placement course, which, as you know, allows you to lobby for college credit when you're in high school. So typically a student at our school could graduate with up to 8 college credits already in place.
Okay. So for folks that want to see this dynamic team in action, what are some of your games you got coming up over the holidays?
Well,
anything local?
Holidays,
I know you're traveling.
Yes, we do travel. In fact, this won't air, but Wednesday we're supposed to play at Westlake, which would be a big scrimmage for us. That's weather permitting, of course. Then on Friday we travel to North Carolina to play in the Bull City Classic, which we won last year, and it was a breakout performance for one of our rising seniors, Marquise Reed, who has graduated and now is at Robert Morris, and actually scored 24 points as a freshman against University of North Carolina on national TV, no less.
They did say he was from Capital Christian. I remember that.
I've said it several times. I actually left the game to watch it in the concourse in the lobby so I could hear how many times they would say Capital Christian.
Well, Van, we said it enough here, and with Nikki here, she's going to be saying it every week that she's here. Keep up the great work, and we wish you guys much success the rest
Thanks
of the
so much. I've been on TV all over the country. I finally made the Roundball.
See?
This is like the best thing I've ever done.
All right, you'll definitely be back.